So you clicked on the video for a reason. It's less than 20 minutes long. It has a lot of good gems in there about branding, product design, and then going into how to market it all. So of course, pay attention, lock in, and take a notepad out. And I started Obsidian when I was 16 years old, and it's been quite a journey. And you know, just everything that kind of the strategy behind it. Right now, I had this product. It's a hoodie. I have an oversized t-shirt that goes with it. They both were manufactured overseas. They were pre-ordered. I designed the thing. I got the samples. Once I get the samples, I ask people for their opinions. You know, they say, okay, I like it. And then I kind of get like a week of that. And I say, okay, is it worth me putting my money in for an investment for a pre-order? And if so, let's start it. If not, back to the drawing board. And that's how I really kind of phrase most of my drops now. I used to do bulk. And so like you order it and you know, you front all the costs. So if it's $5,000, $6,000 in bulk, you're paying $5,000 to $6,000 in bulk. But the horrible thing as a clothing brand owner is you'd never want to pay that amount of money. And then once you get the product, no one wants it. You have zero orders. You have product. You have boxes and boxes of product just sitting in like your room or something like that. And I've experienced it. It's not fun. It's not a good feeling. And honestly, it's like, it makes you question, what am I even doing? And so I feel like genuinely some people would hate on a pre-order method and be like, it makes you wait too long. It insatisfies the customer. You look unprofessional. And like all these random little things. And like somebody could come up with it and be like, yeah, that makes sense. Because honestly, it could make sense. But it really just comes down to like, what promise are you making? Because the way I organize mine is I always make sure to set a promise for every product. Every drop, every pre-order. If I don't, they're not going to trust me and they're not going to trust you. And that's just how like it works. You know, you have to set a promise as a brand owner, as a brand. The pre-order will close then, or manufacturing will start then. Your orders will get shipped out here. We will receive the product here. You know, these little things that they matter because they make someone say, okay, I should trust them. I shouldn't trust them. I'm going to get my return here or there on their product. So the way I really organize mine is like this. So I think first, why a pre-order? Well, obviously you're a brand owner and capital is pretty low. It's not easy to come around $5,000 to $6,000 randomly. Pre-orders are able to flip the script on you not knowing your demand. Since there's so many downsides, technical downsides to saying like, hey, I can't get this or that, and I have to wait on this or that. I incentivize every customer. And I try to get them a discount. So I don't immediately just like put any random number out there. But what I make sure to do is whenever I'm talking to my manufacturers overseas, I'll say, okay, how much is the shipping? How much is the taxes? How much is the product cost? So let's say I add all of those up. And that's going to be my entire deductible from how much obviously I'm selling it for, and there's my profit. So what I make sure to do is I'll add that all up and I'll decide, okay, let's say cost is $15, but I want to sell the hoodie for $45. But the pre-order is gonna have to incentivize them. That way they can kind of trust me a little bit better and they'll want to work with me. Because either way, you're gonna get it. Either way, no matter what. Like, just trust that I am going to deliver on my promise. And that's what your job as a brand owner is to do. Deliver on your promise and still trust and wave away objections. All of the things I'm talking about right now are important whenever you're doing specifically a pre-order process. Anyways, now that we've made sure that we're incentivizing them, let's say it's 45 I'm selling it for. Cost is 15. I'm going to drop it to like 35 to 30. As long as I'm still making profit from the order, it's okay. As long as I'm making profit from the pre-order, it's okay. Because I can still use that money and keep reinvesting for the bulk order, you know? And so that's what's important. I pay a 60-40 deposit on my orders. So for the pre-order, I have to invest 60% to start production, 40% when production's finished. I only begin 60% production after I have 20 to 15% of orders collected. So like some people are like, yeah, you get your first order, start production. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Because look, one person could like this hoodie a lot and 99 other people hate it. And what's the point of me starting production when there's only one person liking it? To that 30, 40, 50% to cover the initial 60%. So that's what I make sure I want to have in mind whenever I'm doing that. So, anywho, maintaining profitability, gathering orders, and reassuring the customer on your promise. I like it because it helps me reduce product waste. We've already sold over half of our product, and we don't even have inventory, technically. We have no bulk, but the pre-order just ended. And now that it ended, it allowed it for a block of time where I'm able to hype it up a lot more and bring up that price incrementally and also increase the desire for that product. I have people still hitting me up asking about this product, but the pre-order is done. But the bulk's gonna arrive, and then that's when the price rises. Again, I've already risen the prices 3 times, and they keep buying it because it's not a price thing; it's a availability thing. If the availability and correct branding and marketing outweighs the cost, they won't think about it. They won't think about it. Like, they won't. They won't. It could be $45, it could be $50, it could be $55. As long as you post a lot about it, it has a story, it has a meaning, you're genuinely passionate about the product and it works correctly, and they won't care if it costs $45. You guys had to tell them that there's only 50 pieces. I try to get my mocks as low as possible. So if I'm trying to sell only 50 pieces, I'm trying to only sell 50. If I can only get 100, I'm trying to only get 100. That way the availability is lowered and the exclusivity is higher. Price is out of their mind. Whenever I was kind of starting off this pre-order, I wasn't doing a lot of high level. I post every single day and it's me, my face in front of the camera. Like, I'm trying to do that now because it works. And yeah, I wasn't doing that. I was doing kind of like shots of like the product. I'd have other models doing the videos and stuff like that. And it works too for that. But like, when you put your face out there as a brand owner, that's your job. You're supposed to be the one handing the message over to the customer. You're the brand owner. And it's an identity that you want to kind of culturalize inside of your brand. So be the face of it, be powerful, and just really like embody your message. You know, that's all I can really say. It's important. I used to not really think it was important. I used to not until I started to put my face out there more. And then I realized I got a lot more positive feedback on it than I had expected. We mainly did pop-ups at local gyms. Crunch, H-Town Muscle, Species, Iron City, a bunch of gyms. I cannot really remember at this moment, but Beast Mode, like a bunch of gyms. We did pop-ups. We normally do pop-ups between 3 to 4 times a week, and I'm utterly blessed to have a great friend named Josh. Josh helps me with the pop-ups whenever I'm not able to. So if I'm here recording something, or I'm here editing something, or I'm here designing something, Josh will help me out and he'll go do the pop-ups for me, and then it's something smooth. So luckily, I'm blessed enough to have a friend like that is actually willing to help me. I do pay him like commissions, but even though that's with any kind of ambassador, you know, and honestly, it's amazing. So if you have any friend like that, ask me to be interested. It's a huge help because it lets me kind of organize this stuff. And then of course, like in the business always is gonna need constant revenue coming in. And that way it can funnel and funnel and funnel. I ran into an issue about 2 to 3 months ago. And there was equity in the business. And I was like, okay, great. Marketing, we have a higher flux of product than marketing. So how do you fix that? Market more. But you don't have the time. Okay, hire a marketer. No, don't do that. You're a small brand. You don't need a full-time marketer. You are the marketer. The story is you. And I think I had to really realize that because I personally don't even like recording stuff all the time. But I do it because I understand the value that it brings. And I've been through enough to know kind of like how things work around, and I have enough experience in it. I've been doing this since I was 16, and this works a lot better than I guess like most of the other things. Anywho, I was paying this guy $600 to $800 a month to give me like 8 reels and some photos. Now, don't get me wrong. I love professionalism. You need to hire or contract a photographer, a videographer, whatever, do it. Do it. But I would not spend, if you're a small brand and you're making less than $5,000 or $10,000 a month, I would not spend more than 3 to 500 a month solely on high quality product photos. Because you get enough quality product photos, you get a nice photographer, you get some nice background, you may have to rent a space out. You could just go to a gym. I do a lot of my stuff in the gym, it's free. Obviously, don't be next to the donut shop taking photos of your t-shirts and you're promoting a mindset. You're promoting like going to the gym. Like, that's not the right place to be. I would not spend more than $500 a month strictly on high quality photos and super high quality contracted videos. Sometimes they don't even come out high quality. They just charge high quality prices because it's their business, you know? And it's like, okay, like I've had to personally re-edit photos for every single person I've contracted before. I've had to edit videos for every person I've contracted before. And I wouldn't, like, again, it's just, I thought it was a smart investment. And it kind of, when you have a new product drop, do it. But you don't need to be doing it every month. Like, unless you have new product dropping every month, and you're good like that. And you got money coming in like that. And you're making enough revenue where you can afford to spend $500 in a month strictly on photos. Then do it. But if not, I recommend take the photos, the videos, get them contracted for about $300 to $500. Use that for 1 or 2 months. I just got off of work. It's like 11, 12-ish at night right now. So I had to head out earlier and I went to work, but it's all good. It's a little dark now, but it's okay. So I think I left off on with marketing. Again, like I mentioned, we did about 4 times every week. We do in-person events for about 5 hours at a time, about 4 to 5 hours at a time. Different gyms, of course. I wouldn't really hit a gym twice a week. I hit probably a gym once in the span of 2 to 3 weeks. I have a different roster on gyms that I can kind of maneuver around. So I'd say I recommend get something like that. It's also good to be posting content while you're doing that too. And I'm trying my best to bring value to you. You're probably a clothing brand owner. Maybe you're around my age. Maybe you're older than me. Maybe you're just starting. Maybe you're halfway through your journey. Maybe you began already. And like my job is to give you enough value that I have with my experience. I've been doing this for 2 years, and I can really say that I have a little weight underneath my belt. So, anywho, when it comes to community engagement online, Instagram makes it really easy to engage a community online. You can do stories, polls, reels. Reels are really good for engagement. They're really good for building following. Very easy way to build following. Just keep posting. But all in all, what happened with this drop was I wasn't really posting enough as I should have been, but I was trying to edit videos and I was kind of on a time crunch, and I gave myself a window from July 1st and 2nd to July 5th and 6th. So a good 5 days. And I was like, guys, I'm going to close the pre-order. I'm going to close the pre-order. I posted about 2 to 3 videos. I wanted to post about 6, but I was in the span of working, trying to go to the gym, trying to do this and do that, and still manage family. And that can be a little bit much when you're running a business and you're doing this and doing that. But anywho, I was editing videos and I was thinking, I was like, wow, I'm not sure if I can really finish all this editing and still make a video again because I have work soon. And I was like, oh my God. But I was like, well, I have testimonials. I just need to go and get them. All this time I accumulated a lot of pre-orders of people, some that knew me, some that didn't know me at all. And then they just believed in the product, they believed in the brand, they believed in the promise, and they believed in the message. And that's what you really want. And so I texted them all individually, said, hey, my name's Nick, I'm this, and that, and this is what we're doing. Just a reminder, you place a pre-order with us, and here I'm the owner. I would really appreciate it if you would make a post online, like a story post, and just at us and take a screenshot of your order. Say, hey, I made an order. Screenshot it, add us. Cool, that's it, And enough out of that, I think I probably got 10, maybe 15 people to do it. And it was really nice because some of them I didn't know, and some of them only knew Obsidian, and they posted it and they enjoyed it, and I reposted all of them. And it really helped when it came to bringing a sense of value to the product, the drop, the message, the brand, desirability, and exclusivity. So, okay, this is closing soon. This is how many people have it. And you're going to be the person that probably won't get it if you don't hurry now. Some orders came through and it was good. But I also added countdown timers. Every day I'd post and say, okay, you have 4 days left, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day, there's a timer on there, update them. That's really good for Instagram. Bulk's being produced right now. And then once it gets here, I'm able to say, okay, this amount has already been sold. Now this is all that's left. And my main goal is to, of course, sell out. And the last 2 weeks before the drop gets here, I'm going to be marketing like crazy. So I'm going to be building more hype, probably posting as much as I can every single day when it comes to those 2 products. And then really sell the customer experience story message of the brand more than, hey, this product is this, because the product is really good. And as long as the product is good, it's good. So I didn't realize how important a story truly was when it came to who I am, and then what the business is, and then like all of that. And I really had to kind of hone in on the importance of it because it's vital. People opt in to stories, not 80% offs. Buy my product, please. Messaging, stories, something entertaining and that they can relate to. Build a story for every product. Why should someone buy it? What does it mean? Where's the benefit? And then create that customer experience. So I want to make the unboxing experience a little bit special. You don't need a huge following. You don't need a lot of money to start. You don't need to be over the age of 18. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to be willing to be consistent, determined, confident, disciplined, and that's all it really comes down to. I'm trying my best to record as much as I can with this journey and then everything. Like, I'm tired, man. I just got off of work. I'm going to go to bed. And then after this, I'm going to get back up. I'm going to go to the gym, and then I'm going to do it all over again tomorrow. But I'm tired. But I think documenting it all is really important. That way I can bring some sort of value into whoever's watching this. So I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helped. If you have any other questions at all, feel free to hit me up. I think my email or something like that, or even text the Obsidian page. I run it. If you have any questions at all, let me know. But all in all, if you are tired of making just $100 drops and having loose product hanging out in a room, and the feeling of giving up is getting deep within, because honestly that hurts, to have poured your heart into a drop and then it completely flops. But you'd like to see how I maybe design, structure my branding, messaging, product design, anything like that. And if you really want to scale your brand, message, and overall identity, I would definitely recommend at least looking at it. I really want to get into building a community of like-minded individuals, a culture, and allowing more clothing brand owners to kind of get in touch with each other. I'd love for you to be a part of it. You're here to the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's any questions you guys have. Feel free to ask them. I'm always here to help and bring value as much as I can possible. So